We saw Andrew WK after Parkway Drive. Because all of us had just met up again, and everybody was like, oh, I'm going to go see Motion City Soundtrack. And we decided Andrew WK. For sure. We got right up in the front. Dope as fuck. Holy shit.
That had to be one of the funnest crowds I've ever been in for anything.
Yeah, like, so fun, because a lot of their songs have chants in them that the whole crowd can't do. Even if you haven't heard their songs, you can pick up on the chant, and the whole entire crowd's doing it.
Yeah.
Probably their most responsive song was Get Wet and Party Hard.
Oh, yeah.
Get Wet was fun as hell, because everybody was moving to that. Like, everybody was bouncing during Get Wet.
We literally had the pit become the size of the crowd, and this was on the main stage, so imagine it was a pretty big crowd, so...
Yeah, like, they took up the whole entire parking lot. The whole entire parking lot was covered in people, and it was one big circle pit, because he's like, I want to see you open this up. The whole entire crowd was in the mosh pit, except for the front row.
And the whole crowd was moving throughout all of his songs. Within the first 30 seconds of them starting their first song, the crowd was going. They were dancing, they were jumping, moving, everything. Just straight up. Everybody was going. So.
Advisory, go and see Andrew WK. Like,
definitely.
As much as people are like, why does he have 3 guitarists, a bassist, and a jazzerciser on stage? I would advise you to go see Andrew WK. They are so much fun. Don't say ew when you see his clothes, because he looks like he doesn't wash them or shower. But he's one hell of a performer. Yeah. And it's just awesome how they, like, get involved with the crowd. You can see, like, they make eye contact with almost all their fans. They try and get interactive with everybody. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like, it was just such a great experience to have. Like, I only really knew one of their songs, but throughout the whole thing, I was still having so much fun. Like, I could catch on easily. I'd heard them, but I hadn't listened to them a lot. But, I mean, even if you only have heard of him or have heard him before, it's still worth it, because it's just so much fun. It's just
Andrew WK, if anybody doesn't, like, officially know who he is, he works for Cartoon Network. So he does do a lot of stuff with Cartoon Network. A lot of his stuff is on, like, Adult Swim, huh?
Yeah, and video games. He has done video game songs.
He's done video game songs. He's done Adult Swim. Most of the time it's, I don't know what it's called. It's the ones with the food. I don't know what that's called. Do you know what that's called? The one with the French fries and the talking soda and all that other... Yeah, he did. Yeah. He's done that. Then after Andrew WK, who did you see? I know you went you went and saw Sparks the Rescue. Yeah. I believe so.
I think so, yeah.
And I went and saw the Casualties. Yes, punk music is still alive through bands like that. Like, these guys were old as shit. Like, old people. Still had the Liberty spikes, neon red Liberty spikes, mohawks, everything. Note to Casualties fans in the Northern California district. Learn how to mosh. Because that circle pit was pathetic. No one knew how to skank. I'm sorry. That is classic punk music. Learn how to skank. Lesson in moshing. If you're going to mosh punk music, learn how to skank. They were good. Their lead singer's getting old, so his voice is dying out. So I kind of think that Warped Tour might be the last hurrah for the Casualties. But if you have never heard them before, go ahead, go check out their first and second albums. Their newer ones, not so appealing because his voice is not the same, but go and check out their first 2 albums. It's pretty awesome. Yeah, that's all I have to say about the Casualties, because there wasn't very many people there for them. A band I say don't see. They're a bunch of bro douchebags is Fight Fair. They sucked. Like, I was standing waiting for the Casualties, and they were playing, and it just sucked. It was bad. No bueno. There was no one there for them either, so that was even better. You know what I've seen next? Whitechapel. Did you go and see Whitechapel?
No, I think when you were at Whitechapel, I was at All American Rejects. That's another one you didn't go see. So.
Go ahead and comment on All American Rejects.
All American Rejects. Obviously, they're really popular. If you don't know who they are, you're probably a retard. So I said that funny. Don't even try.
A retard.
A retard. They were really fun though. They were good. The crowd was going crazy. They were kind of douchebags, but like everyone was into it and everyone loved it. They sounded good. They were interactive with their crowd. They were really interactive with.
He was wearing a tux.
A white one. It was odd. Yes, he's odd.
It was hot outside.
The rest of the band was cool. They were chill. I think their lead singer Tyson might have some kind of problem, but they sounded good and they really interacted with the crowd in a way that everyone liked it. So everyone was into it. I was into it. I thought they did really well, worth seeing if you want to deal with that crowd.
I did get to hear one of their last songs. They do sound like they do recorded. Their live is just as good as it is recorded. Advisory, go and see American Rejects if you have the chance. I went and saw Whitechapel. If most of the people in the music scene don't know who they are now, I'm pretty sure you're not in the music scene and you're just kind of slow. Because they are making up the metal scene right now. Pretty much. Note to self, note to anybody who's small. As soon as he says part the concrete floor, get the fuck out of there. Get out of there. I was immersed in the wall of death because I thought I could handle it because I've done walls of death before. No, not to Whitechapel. It's too hardcore and too dark and too quick to get into that because you're gonna die. He did them to open up a circle pit. They did open up one hell of a circle pit. And they were on a tiny stage. Tiny ass stage. I do think that Whitechapel does sound better recorded than live. They are a good show live, but their lead singer, I've watched videos of them during recording, and he sits on the ground and coils himself up and does those deep ass gutturals. He was having some issues getting those out yesterday because he was standing up and moving everywhere, and it was really hot and really bad. You couldn't even tell what song he was doing because sometimes it just didn't sound right, or it sounded off. But awesome advisory, go and see Whitechapel if you ever have the chance. And then, did we all see a band together at the end? I don't remember. Oh no, I went and saw Alkaline Trio. Awesome. Shouldn't have been on the main stage because they are getting old and not a lot of people listen to them anymore, but Alkaline Trio. Pop punk music for sure. The beginning of pop punk music. They're kind of like AFI. Go ahead, Heather. I know you're trying to.
I've seen them before live, and I caught a little bit of them yesterday, and they are good live. I'm not into them much, but they are a good show live. They really are. So even if you like them, go see them. Even if you don't, you just want to go see a good show, whatever. They're a good show to go see. Good performance, straight up, all the way.
Note to Warped Tour. I think San Francisco should be open every year. Because there were way too many people at Mountain View for that venue. I got to talk to one of the security guards. Body count, over 5,500 people. That is way too many. That show should have sold out at 2,000 or maybe 3. 5,500 people is way too many bodies in Mountain View because that is a small venue to go to. There was really like no open space. There were bodies everywhere. It was ridiculous. No to everyone else. Wear sunscreen. A lot of it. Unless it's raining, which most of the time it's raining in Seattle, on the Seattle points, and then sometimes in Florida. Still wear sunscreen because Florida is just humid. That's ridiculous.
SPF 100, guys. I'm telling you, it works like a charm.
I will also be at Marysville, but for Marysville I'm going to be shooting, so I'm not going to be seeing all the bands that I did see this time. I'm going to be shooting the bands that I think deserve. That is our Warped Tour wrap-up, and I'll talk to you guys again after another probably local show or something. I don't know. Bye, guys.
See ya.